It's week 3 of the NFL, and this one features the versatile Cordero Patterson. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Browns and the Steelers on Thursday night.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we kick off week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Allen going to look to throw on the first play. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down is Allen. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To the air, Allen. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And that'll be taken in downfield by Green. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A.J. Green. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A.J. Brown, 31 yards. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Allen going to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about getting the ground. When I first went to the University of Tennessee, and believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. And I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you need to learn how to back up.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll give it to Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with Patterson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And it's a fumble. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here comes Reed. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And they will take over 1st and 10. The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
7-7, our score after 1. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Big Ndamukong Suh, one of the league's best for a long time, getting a sack there.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Jake Camarda now. Here comes Grant on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Ball again on 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll go again with Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Caught left side by Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down picked up by T.Y. Hilton. Now in his 11th season, you have to wonder if we're seeing the finale of a decorated career. 4 Pro Bowls to his credit. He still believes he has a big year left in him.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Oh, look at the juke. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3. Allen. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. On the right side, caught by Green. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. A give running right is Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen. Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Boswell's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Patterson running between the tackles. Nifty move. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, it's Mahomes. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught by Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hall want to give up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Hall again on 2nd down. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. A 3rd down gain of 19.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Now Allen. This pass out wide to Hall. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To the air, Allen. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Allen now looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Allen going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Bryan Edwards. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Mahomes now on first down. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Extra point now by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. But not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
The kick by Lutz is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. Some good games starting in the early window on Sunday, and one of the big ones features the New England Patriots as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Then on Sunday night, the Super Bowl rematch from the Elway, Montana years. That's right, Niners, Broncos from Denver. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Steelers in that first half. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Browns, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulting in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. Again, Patterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they were able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. Dances by him. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
Here's Brent Kern now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 24, Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30. But we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mahomes now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Here's Hall again. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll give to Hall. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes flushed out right. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Allen off the play fake. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. A potential field goal if you're thinking about that. Almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. And on that last pass for Patrick Mahomes, he tops 20,000 career passing yards. And, of course, this is a guy who came to the league in 2017. So to get to 20,000 so quickly, the only question now, where's the ceiling? Is it 40? Is it 50? Is it 70, 80,000? We will wait and see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Browns on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will make this a 4-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First and 10, it's Patterson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And they enjoy this fourth quarter lead, starting out first and 10 now following the missed field goal. Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Returnable for Grant. Ooh, with a juke. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on second down. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That second down play nets a -4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll give it to Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Patterson again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
There you go, partner. That's a old school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser at fullback and let him get the job done.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's Mahomes. He gets it to Cooks. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll run with Patterson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 2nd and 8. Patterson on the draw. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. Touchdown, Browns. John Ross, 39 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you already see him scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down 34-31, a little over a minute and a half remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Now Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Steelers ready for their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Allen. Well, that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Throwing is Allen. He's got Landry. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Allen trying to hurry everybody up to the line of scrimmage. And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Landry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Allen. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. This is Hilton. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Allen to throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Back to throw. Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now Allen, got to have this one. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Steelers 38.
A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Cleveland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.